The SA Music Show with Tabiso Kambule on Jacaranda FM.
Tabiso Kambule is my name, and we are together till all the way till 6, man. Ek het mos vir jou nou nog gesê, ek het vir jou 'n paar gaste hier so in die ateljee, and indeed I do have guests, and I'm going to introduce them to you in a moment. En dit is net so agter oor wat ons gepraat het, jy weet, van Charlie Kirk, maar om dit op 'n lignoot te hou. We're going to keep it light, we're going to keep it lekker, we're going to keep it talking, and we're going to keep it good. We're going to keep it good this afternoon. In die atelier vandag saam met my, I have the one and only Julian de la Hunt. I've got the Princess Motswana. I've got Kiamogetse Ramatlo, as well as Uarabile Mochikwane. Guys, welcome to Jacaranda FM.
Thank you.
Thank you, T.
Thank you.
It's a full house today. You know, this is the first show that I do with so many people in the studio.
Don't let us intimidate you.
I love it, man. So the voice that you just heard there, that is Julian, of course. He's the owner of i2i Africa, leadership, executive coaching and high performance mindset organization. Jules, you also have, or you're running Project Me. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, T, we actually met Princess Motswana and the Royal Bafokeng Nation some time ago. Project Me is really about understanding self. In the world we live in at the moment, there's so many people who are struggling with various, whether it's disorders or just struggling with life in general. And for us, it's really about taking the good. Our throwaway line is we give you all the tools you need to know, nothing you don't. If we can teach it to rugby players and footballers, we keep it simple. And it's really about understanding self to live that best life, whatever that looks like.
A quick one. I'm gonna. This is one of those moments where when you drop it in that you know someone famous. Can you tell which team you work with?
Well. So we worked in the English Premier League. We've worked in South African football, SA Rugby, SA Cricket. I worked in the IPL. I won't go into the finer details.
Okay. Right.
But yeah, let's call them the Bakas.
Nice. Absolutely love that, man. Thank you so much, Mr. Jules. And then I've got to come to Princess Motswana. Welcome to Jacaranda FM. And I saw a post on Julian's social media, and I was like, I have to get you in because I saw your concern, especially for youth. I've got a 16-year-old, and sometimes, and it's something very beautifully that you said. I was talking about social media and how we are on TikTok. I'm also on TikTok at the moment, Tabiso Kambule, I'm live there. But you touched on a point that is also where our mental health can kind of like be destroyed.
Yeah.
Tell me about your concern for our youth.
Thanks, Tabiso. Oh, this is exciting. So, this is like the second workshop we've had. We had one last year, and I think initially we wanted the youth to be engaged with our foundation, the Bafokeng Women's Club.
Yes.
But we thought, instead of sort of giving them what we wanted to do or assigning a project, let's find out from them what's happening. So the first conversation was around, who are you? How are you? What's going on? Let's have tea. Let's talk. Let's have other youths, talk about their issues. So the whole idea was, okay, there is a really high unemployment rate in our country as a whole.
Which is sad, yes.
It doesn't exclude us in our area in the Northwest. So there must be a reason. There must be some kind of a root cause. Let's talk to them. Let's
100%.
find out what's happening, and also a way to get them involved in the because our foundation, our women's club, it's about giving back.
Yes.
It's really volunteering. How do we get them also into that volunteering culture?
100%.
Without imposing what we want to impose onto them. So that is where it all started. And one of the couple of the youth, they weren't concerned about two things. It was actually from them, and they said, look, can we have a something around mental health, because we are struggling with that.
Yep.
And the second one was financial literacy, because we're struggling with that. So that's where then we've been. It was a good thing, because it mental health is a it's a thing that doesn't only just involve youth. It involves everybody. Yeah,
everybody.
So
I love that. Like I said, I saw you online, and this was actually in Women's Month, and I actually wanted to get you here in Women's Month, knowing that this is what you basically are doing, you know. But I'm glad that I got you here now, and that we get to speak to about this now. And also, when I go high, then I get to go mafikeng, go northwest. So indeed, man. So there's a bit of synergy there, and there's this home girl vibes that I'm feeling, that I'm busy feeling at the moment. But I salute you. I salute you definitely for what you're doing for the youth, because we've got 2 youth here. I don't qualify as youth anymore. Get 36 years. They're also in the studio at the moment. So before we get to them, because I want to ask them a few questions as well when it comes to, of course, mental health, when it comes to unemployment, and when it comes to what you've been doing as well with Princess Motswana. We will definitely be getting to that.
The SA Music Show on Jacaranda FM.
The award-winning radio station Tabizo's my name. Ek kuier altyd lekker. En die atelier saam met my is Julian Princess. Ons het ook vir Kiamogetse en ook Arabile, Princess of course of the Royal Bafokeng Nation and Bafokeng Women's Club. So lekker om hulle hier so in die atelier te hê, en dit is so lekker om met hulle te chat. We're talking all things mental health. We're talking all things about just talking, having good, healthy conversations, which I think it is so important. I'm gonna start with you, Orabile. Orabile, you know, one thing as a guy, and I have to say this to you, right? As a guy, and guys, we are tough. We don't talk.
Yes. In most cases.
Yes, we don't talk, you know. How are you approaching this, and also having these 2 amazing human beings by your side? How has that helped you to also just get to that point of saying that I'm going to talk? Yes, I'm young, but I'm willing to have healthy conversations.
So I'd like to thank you, Tabiso, for having me.
Oh man, huge pleasure.
So it's a privilege, and it's not something that you get any day. So I'm grateful to be part of this movement, and I'm definitely willing to be with them until the end.
Come on. No, I love that. I absolutely love that. Compared to the, let's say, I wouldn't say the past you, but let's say the past you, the you now, and the you that you are looking forward to, maybe being a family man, maybe being a dad. How do you feel about that? Do you feel more hopeful that you're going to have more healthy conversations with your children as well?
Yes, I definitely feel that I'm going to be a better version of a father, because I'm going to open a room for them, and I'm going to be honest in any way. Like you said, that men, we like acting tough, but we got to have a different approach as we are the next coming generation.
Come on, brother. Come on. I totally agree with you on that one. I'm going to give over to Ose Kiamogetse. Tell me about your experience.
My experience, I would like to thank you for this opportunity again.
100%.
May you rephrase my experience in the...
100% in the project, and as well being with Julian and Ose Princess.
Okay, it's
the workshop.
Yes,
yeah,
the
workshops. Yeah. It's been a privilege actually being partnered and around people that have the same mentality as I, because it's hard to find a community of like-minded people. So it's been such a privilege. You get discouraged sometimes when you are trying and working so hard to be a better person in society, and you don't find people that are thinking in the same level, in the same line.
Oh man, that's absolutely beautiful. Tell me, when it comes to you, this is a bit of a difficult question, right? But when it comes to you and your relationship with your parents, how is that, and how are you seeing your relationship with your kids going forward?
Okay, that's a great question, because my relationship with my parents hasn't been perfect. I was what you call a black sheep. So we had our tough times, we had our good times, we had our great times, and we had our very low moments. But I'm happy to say that right now my relationship with my parents is very strong. They are my best friends.
I love it.
How awesome is
They're
that?
my best friends. Like, they're the ones who know things about me before my friends know stuff about me. So yeah, I have a great relationship with my parents, and I feel like with what they have shown me, with the stages of life that I've seen them in, I feel like I'm gonna be a great parent.
Of course you are. Of course you are. Of course you are. We have to raise good parents, man, because we have to raise good communities that comes along. Princess, you spoke to me about something very hearty, because this was also Homeboy, right?
Yes.
Double HP.
Yes.
And
Motswana.
100%, man.
Yeah.
And also, I think if Double HP had the opportunity to meet a Princess, had the opportunity to meet a Julian, it would have been different.
You know, well, we spoke a little. In fact, just before he passed, actually, we were trying to engage him to be a speaker in one of our women's. Actually, it was a women's. It was also a mental health thing, but a young youth for ladies, but not women's club related. And it just, I felt this should be dedicated to somebody like that, because it was a life just gone too soon.
Yeah.
When I thought about it this morning, he just came to my mind. But had he spoken to the right person, who knows? And I don't think he tried. I think he probably spoke to a lot of people. But it's important to talk to the right person who can just
100%.
unlock that thing that's just kind of kept you imprisoned. So, yeah.
I love it, man. And you suggested that we actually play a song. So it's beautiful that you did that, because we are busy at the moment. We're listening up to our listeners, right? Listen Up, there's an app that they can go to, as well as our website that they can go to tell us what they want to hear more of on Jacaranda FM. So I'm going to be playing that song in a moment as well, just as a salute and a tribute. Yeah. I think it's beautiful,
Thank you.
It's absolutely beautiful. Jules, where do you see this going? Because I guess it is to impact the youth of today. But where do you see this, let's say, 5 years from now or 10 years from now?
I think, if everyone stays honest about what they're trying to achieve here, and they stay true to the objective, which is empowering communities, which is as the youth have told us over and over, is hear us. Help us understand ourselves, because I don't think they understand themselves.
Yeah, like I can think of myself when I was youth. Thinking back, I was like, Ntabiso, what were you doing?
Yeah. How did we even make it here? How did we even get to this point?
100%, yes.
Absolutely. So, I see, without over glamorizing it, it's really about staying truthful to what they're trying to achieve, to create champions in communities that can be role models, that can stand out, and I suppose that rubber band concept where, if you're at the top and you can pull the rest of the community up with you, by showing 100%. By showing yourself and showing what is truly capable. There's the capabilities I've seen are there. We're sitting with youth that have unlocked potential, unbelievable potential. They just need somebody to help them change that mindset from we're stuck to there's possibilities, and then give me a hand, give me an opportunity, and I'll show you. The ideas that came out at these events and workshops are spectacular. The people who reach out to me and say, listen, I've got a business idea, I've thought about that, I've got access to this market, and I'm like, wow, the energy is spectacular.
And especially among youth,
Absolutely. And then the rawness of it is also to say, but help me. I think people are more vulnerable, and they're happy and they're open to be vulnerable. My coaching clientele has increased dramatically over the last 2-3 years, and interestingly, even on the men's side, men coming to me saying, I need help.
I'm happy.
I really need help.
Yeah.
Please take me through a journey. Take me on a journey. And so, and I always talk about there's no fast quick fix here. There's no magic wand. We go on the journey. It's as if you want to run the comrades. You're not going to put your shoes on today and off you go. It doesn't work that way. You've got to put in the hard yards. You've got to realize that there's going to be ups and downs, and there's going to be some tough times, but you've got to stick at it. It's those people who can show up, with the right sort of mental state, and then the right attitude. Those are the ones that we want to really empower.
Jules,
Can I add to that?
you've gained a client. Please do.
Without that being yourself.
Please do.
Yeah, I think what Julian is saying is so true. Just to take off the shame, and the embarrassment
Love it.
of mental health issues. I mean, it's so vast. We all, all of us, most of us, if not all of us, have experienced some kind of emotional turmoil, whether it's anxiety or fear or anything that develops to, into anything else, even more than that. It's a mental health issue.
Yep.
And it's okay to talk about it. And I think if more platforms, because it doesn't have to remain Go African Women's Club, this should be across the country,
Come on.
across the continent,
should be global.
where there are wonderful cells where people can talk, facilitated properly by the right people.
Yep.
This is very important to talk and let it all out without the shame, without the judgment.
Love it.
Can I have issues and I need help.
100%, 100%. And as you said, there should be no shame about it.
Yeah.
Ja, I love it. You're tuning to Jacaranda FM. Ons het nog so een laaste stukkie wat ons natuurlik saam met Julian Princess Kiamogetse in Arabile het en Arabile skies tog het en dan gaan ons in jou mengsel in musiek op pad van Stacey Ulrico.
4 hours of the best South African music with Tabiso Kambule on Jacaranda FM.
Ons praat so lekker in die ateljee and I've got an amazing program manager. His name is Ravi Naidu and he always says, Tubbs, if the conversation is flowing, let it flow. Ek verstaan, but also we have to get to your music, right? I know that weekends, it's you and music. And this is that station that makes you want to feel good. And ons luister as jy vir ons sê ons moet sekere musiek speel. And Kush Are, what's Kush saying here? Wait. Kush sent me a nice message. Eish, I wish you could play the Double HP song. Kush, it's coming. It's coming. I promise you it's coming. In the Jacaranda FM building today, as jy net ingeskakel het, I've got Julian with me, I've got Princess with me, Kiamogetse also with me, and Arabile. Just before I let them go, first and foremost, thank you so much for making the effort, for coming and for joining me and for really talking about what matters. I was chatting to Arabile as well. Like as a youngster, I don't think I was as bold to talk about my can I say my problems and my mental health. My mental health. So well done to you, brother. Well done, man. Take the baton forward. This is normal. This should be the new normal.
Yes.
Yes. No, indeed, man. Jules, any last words from you?
Yeah, I think, there's a lot of important things in our life, and I think there's a lot of things that matter. But really, the area that I always sort of help people concentrate on is where those two overlap, where the important and the things that matter overlap, because that's where we focus. When we step out of our comfort zone, we don't have to step out by, meters ahead. We just have to take one step out of that comfort zone. That's where the magic happens. So, I'd love to see more youth movements like this, and led by people as influential, but also as sincere as Princess Motswana, who really, really deeply cares. She was there on the mornings and she's packing out chairs and tables as the rest are, and helping and really getting her hands dirty, because that's how much she cares, as opposed to sitting somewhere on a throne.
I must edify that. You know why? Because I saw that through a picture and a few videos. You didn't need to speak to me, oh Princess. I saw it literally through pictures that you are, and that's leadership right there.
True
service leadership. Yeah.
I will give it to my parents too. My mother was not, you had to do it. No, she did it.
Yeah.
She taught us that. So
Amazing
I can't take
stuff.
all the credit.
Amazing stuff. Any last words from your side?
Yes, I want to appeal to corporates, like adopt a school near you and start these workshops going.
Whoa.
Countrywide.
Wow. I love it.
Yes. It doesn't, please just get the conversation going. There are people, like we were talking now behind the scenes, so people are hurting. People are hurt. Hurt people hurt others. We know this.
Yep.
So start the conversation. Get parents. You need to know what your children are going through, but also parents are also going through stuff. So I think these conversations need to, synergize. And I think what we're saying also behind the scenes, that if we understood more than we thought, the world would be better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just about bridging that gap between what we think we know and what others know, and learning from one another. I mean, again, in some of these workshops, just watching the parents go, "Oh my goodness,
Yes.
I've only heard you for the first time now." And the children as well, or the youth, saying, wow, now I understand why you're, pushing me to make my bed. Now I understand why you want to try and instill discipline, because it's so critical to me taking a step of, into my own sort of life post being in home.
Yeah.
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 This is good.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it, because that's the thing, right? Because sometimes, as a parent, when I'm at home, also busy disciplining, there is a point that I really want to explain to my kids why I'm making you do. I can see that you kind of hate this, but this is the reason why you're doing it. And most of the time, you only notice it later. Only later. Like, I am almost at my 40s at the moment, and I'm like, this is why mom and dad does this.
Right.
Yeah.
All of us. Yeah.
Jules, where do we get a hold of you?
So you can go through social media, obviously, i2i HQ. So i2i is impossible to inevitable. So taking that impossible to the seemingly impossible to the inevitable. Through Julian at i2ihq.com. You can get hold of me there, or i2ihq.com.
Nice one.
But I like it, eye to eye.
Yes.
I understand that bridge. That gap.
Those Princess, where do you get hold of you?
You can go info at bafokengwomensclub.org or bafokengwomensclub.org on the World Wide Web.
I love it. I love it. By tomorrow, this interview, if you've just logged in, you're like, what did I miss? By tomorrow, this interview will be on our website, jacarandafm.com. You just have to go to audio on demand, and then weekends with Thabiso Kambule. It will live there forever. That is where you will get this information. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Julian. I want to thank you, Princess. I want to thank you, Osekia. I want to thank you as well. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for what you guys are doing, for what you're planting for the future generation. It is so important. It is so important. So thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
It was
Thank you.
Absolutely great. Thank you for having us on a Saturday afternoon, and well done, Boka.
And at that, talk about giving back as well. Remember that we have the Mancosa Jacaranda FM, a business breakfast that will be happening. It's a business breakfast event with influential leaders sharing their personal journeys, of course, of a building and impacting or impact that lasts. And if you want to get your ticket towards that, it is at www.jacarandafm.com.
The SA Music Show on Jacaranda FM.